Good morning, lovely people. How are we today? Back for the 8th of January, neutral, Junk Journal, January 2024, hosted by Meg Journals. Right, so luckily, as you can see, this page, completely like in your face, but I've got this one, which is fairly neutral in itself. Excuse me. Mainly, it's washed out. It's supposed to be, it's one of my digitals. It's wood that's been, a photograph of wood that's been all the paint's all peeled and what have you, and it's all different colours, and it's very, I've dialed the colours down, and then I don't know if you can really see, oops, you're just getting shadow there. I put an overlay of a pattern, quatrefoil, is that what they call it? Can't remember. Anyway, and a bit of leaves, but it's all very neutral, and it just so happens that that's the page that happened to be neutral. It wasn't because I made the journal before I knew the prompts, so that was just lucky. So I've pulled out, what have I pulled out today? I have got their whole ring reinforcements, a Latin page, booked out of a Latin book. I was just practicing, this is rice paper, which is, I get this from my local Dazo store, and it doesn't even say how thick it is, but it's light. It's really light. It's almost glossy on one side, and then you've got that rice feel on the other. And I just, ran it through my printer. Washi taped it onto a piece of A4 paper, and it went through no problems and just printed. So I filled the paper up because I thought, well, I only wanted a bit of the, I don't know which invoice yet, but one of the invoices, and I just thought I'd fill the rest up. So you'll probably see the other bits used in upcoming pages. So, and I've got my watercolors there. I've pulled these, I have these hanging up next to my desk, and when I'm painting, I'll just make little, what do they call it, like paint swatch with the leftover paint. But they're all a bit too small, so I'm thinking I might like to do bigger ones on here. And I've pulled out, I don't know what I'm using yet, but these are little frames that I've made and run through my embossing machine. So I might use those. Maybe not. I don't know. I've just got an embossing vibe. I've pulled out my box of embossed card. I might make a tag out of that. Anywho, so let's first, because it's going to have to dry, move everything over there into that box and that over there. Get out some, these are shot glasses from IKEA, but that's what I use as my, when I'm watercolouring, I like to have three, one always stays clean, one for the warm colours, one for the cool colours when I'm rinsing off, and then it stays clean. So right, let's get a bit of water. I just got that out of my drinking cup because I forgot to bring other water out, but we don't need very much, so that's okay. And I'm just using my cheapos today, not my good Daniel Smiths, not for this type of thing. Okay. Oh, don't think my daughter washed those out. I gave her my workshop brushes, as I teach a watercolour class once a week during school terms, and I asked her to wash all the brushes in brush cleaner, but can you see the colour of my water? I don't think she rinsed them out. I'll have to take those inside after this video and give them all a good rinse. I can still use that though. Get a bit of paper towel. Right, I'm just going to my squirty bottle and I just want to, oops, where am I going to put that on my page? I'm probably going to tear around it. Because I just want the writing. And so even that's neutral, I mean, I could just stick to all of, you know, this and then just have the value go lighter. But I have got all like blue, pink and green in the back, and it's a very neutral sort of background. So what do we want to be? Maybe I'll do a nice greens, maybe blues. It's a bit more bluer. Maybe this light sky blue here. I think I'm going to do that. I haven't even got a palette. Oh, yes, I have. Oh, that's not my watercolor palette, but that doesn't matter. That's what I'll do for this. Right, so this one, yeah, I think that'd be nice. So I'll just test it down. Yep, that'll do. So I'm going to do, it's like almost like a shade card, isn't it? So I'm going to do a bit here. Rinse it off. Oh, not that much. Oh, that didn't work very well. Oh, this paper, because it's so thin. That could work. I think I want them a little bit bigger. Do we want that colour? What does it look like on the background? Yeah. Yes, we'll stick with that one. You'll be pleased to know now it's not humid today. It's actually not even very warm. You know, it was 30, 33, raining, humid, but now it's, I think, what is the temperature right now? It's only 19 degrees. So it's come right down. It was lovely sleeping last night. Actually had the sheets and the doona on. Here we go. I'm going to have to let that dry. And in fact, because I want to use all of the embossed card, it won't matter that that's all lumpy bumpy. Do I want to just leave it like that, or maybe do, say, a soft green? Maybe that tree green. Okay, and then it's got like a pink in the other side, so do we have a soft pink? Not really. This one here. It's okay, we'll start with more water so it's not quite so vibrant. Oh, that's very vibrant. let's just leave that to dry to one side. Didn't even use my palette after all that. Okay, let's put you aside. Put them up there so I don't knock you over everything. Good. Okay, so what I want, I'm going to rip that. I'm going to put that down there somewhere. Yeah, without the pink, just the blue and the green, I think. Let's make a tag. A tag. Let's make a tag. That's the problem. I've got so much stuff on my desk, I haven't got enough room. All right, what have we got here? So I'm sticking to these, to the whites, to keep it neutral. Oh, that's a bit thin. Okay. That's almost a perfect tag shape, isn't it? Oh, I could make one that's short and fat because it's only the one page. Yes, let's do that. Trimmer. A little guillotine, I should say. Trim that down there where the embossing. Oh, the fin. Oh, maybe we'll leave that a bit more off the edge. I might leave that torn edge. That looks pretty cool. We need to make our tag top. Sorry about that. Right, back. My scissors. So this is the other day I used my punch, and remember I said I had I think we might go like that. I kind of want it like that, but I want it deeper. So I'm going to just bring that over. Like that. Then I'll use that on this side. Normally I'd just turn that over and use the same side, but because I've made it deeper, oops. There we go. So if you're using this, you line up that side and then you trim it, and then you flip it over to that side and then you trim it. And these are just old gift cards. As you can see, I've just got 4 different angles. Very, very handy. Right, let's give it an ink. Oh, do you know what might be nice? What if I've got some stamps here. What if we just like stamped on top, so it will only catch the raised part and not the bottom. Now, do we want to do it in black or do we want to do it in vintage? We'll stick to vintage, I think, because although black and white are neutral, aren't they? But we'll stick with the shabbiness. Now, just a bit of paper to put underneath my... And I'm going to just press lightly because I don't want to squash my Oh, I actually like that. You can't read any of it, but that is pretty cool. I missed the very top there. There we go. That is, I like that. Me lucky. Right, that's a Tim Holtz. I can't even remember what set. Gosh. Right, let's get our crocodile. We'll actually put a thing in now. I can't eyeball the centre of things. I have to line it up. So, oh, look at that, 5 centimetres exactly. So I'm going to. Do you want a big one or a little one? I've got big ones over there. I've got those little washers that go with them, but I've just got to find the right colour washer. God, I keep losing my voice. I had a chest infection, I don't know, about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and I was still in the mornings very croaky. It was right down in my lungs, not up in the bronchioles. It was not very nice. Have I got that? I don't even know if I've got those on the right thing. Hold on, I have to get my instructions. Sorry, I don't use this all the time because I don't like the way the crocodile sets. So usually I use my hammer, but we shall. What am I doing? A 1/8? No, not a 1/8. 3/16. So I need A and 1. So I don't know whether it's my, it's number 1, whether it's my eyelets. I don't know that, but they always look really ugly on the back, and so I don't like them. Just one of the reasons. See how they never go right, so that's why I got the washers, because that way it disguises it. But look, I don't ever get a hole. It must be my eyelets. Yeah, lucky we'll thread something through that and we won't see it. I think one day I might just throw it out because I really don't like it. And I'll stick to my hammer and my little set. I don't know why everyone likes them, but it's very weird. Anywho, I've got some calico here. I reckon I might just tie that in a really grungy bow. I'm going with the flow here today. I really don't know exactly what I'm doing. Whoops, come on. Ugh. So this is just natural, not tea dyed, this one. And I've just ripped it and use it as I like. I have a collection of old cotton reels. This one's JP Coates, and I just put my bits and pieces on there, and I'm going to leave all of those. Oh, that's cute. scrunch that up to cut up a bit. There we go. Well, that's, I don't mind the eyelet because you're not going to be able to see the fact that the hole's all cruddy there, so that's okay. Now, need something else on that. What about, oh, haven't used this one. I know this is not a new set, but it's a Tim Holtz one, but I can't remember. But I really liked all of the, it's like fragments of old wallpaper and frescoes and things. Something like that. What if I stamp it on a, now, if we've got some leftover book page hanging around, I'm sure I have. Always seem to. There we go. There's a piece I prepared. Not today. Prepared earlier. I just have a pile of leftover scraps and stuff, and it just sits there, falls down all over the place. But it's nice. Now we might do it in black. Whoops. That's cute. And then I'm going to rip around the edge of that. Oh. I need to have my tongue out of the corner of my mouth for this one. Do you know that when you see little, when I used to work with children, I used to love that. They'd be concentrating so hard, their little tongues poking out the side of their, oh yes, that's cute. And maybe, oh, and a little bit of lace underneath it. Oh, we're going to town. Just do a bit of ghost stamping on there because I could use that for, who knows, something. Put it back in my pile for another day. How's this going? It's still damp, it's getting there. Okay, now a little bit of, where's my lace bowl? I don't want a lot, just know that's, I just need a little bit. Needs to be, oh, what about the edge of, this is an old hanky or something. If I trim that, tear that. Nope. Or maybe just the material. Maybe it doesn't need lace today. Let it rip. Nope. It's too big, but I reckon. No, it's not quite right, is it? Ah, there we go. That might be, there we are. That's what we'll use. But I want to, I know you're probably thinking, what are you doing? But I want to make that look all ripped and yuck on that edge. I'm going to cut it weirdly. So I've got that real raggedy edge to go with this raggedy edge. Nice. Let's cut that a little bit that way. Okay. Espresso glue. Oh, it's stuck on. There we go. Doesn't need very much, does it? Only needs to be about there. I should cut that off, I guess. My dad over for Sunday roast. He comes over every Sunday night we go pick him up and bring him back. Him and the dog come, and so we had roast lamb last night, studded with garlic and rosemary salt. I make my own. I dry my rosemary from the garden and pop and mix it with salt and sprinkle that over the top of the roast. Oh, divine. Absolutely delicious. Now you notice I didn't ink around that. That was on purpose. I didn't forget. I just didn't quite want it to be. Don't always have to ink everything. There we go. Now, it's going to be very hard to write on the back of that. So, I'm going to have to go through here and find something to write on. There's some book page, dropping pieces. I really should put them in a box. Oh, it's a shame that's not ripped the other way. But that might be enough anyway. Put that there. Put that up there. Okay. Glue. My dad thinks he's going really well, but he's he had a stroke a couple of years ago and keeps telling me he's getting better, but he's not. But he's still okay to live by himself at the moment. Him and his little Pugalier dog Benji. There we go. Do I want to hang something off there with a bulb pin maybe? I'll just be right back. I'll get my charms. What can we find in here? Oh, saxophone. Not today. Nothing's really grabbing me. Oh, I know. How about just a little bell? They don't really dingle or anything, but they were going everywhere. I found this. I reused this little box that my glue tips came in. little bell, and I know, little this is tiny little offcut of sari silk, and a little bit of a little lace. About a piece of this. Maybe the lace first. And then put that through there. Right. Oh yes, that's cute. I don't know where it's squished around. What are we doing? Mandy, what are you doing? Stay like that. Okay. There we go. Oh, that's very cute. Oh, I like that. Now, I grabbed out my paper clips because I think I will just clip this. Where is my journal's fallen down underneath all of my pile of scraps. There we go. So I'm thinking I might just... I was thinking of paper clipping it. I'd have to do it up here. Let's see. Let's see which one will work. Oh. It's okay, it can go as long as it goes under the, otherwise I can't open that one, or a little tiny one. That might not be strong enough actually. Can even get it on. No, that's actually not strong enough, or not long enough, or strong enough. I can feel the wire that they're made from is like half the thickness of, or gauge, isn't that what they, wire is in gauges. So we'll just put that there so we know where to go. I can just poke there. How are we going? Are you dried yet? Almost. Just tear that pink off. I'll keep that. I'll put it on my clip. It'll get used for something else. I just thought that I could have that down there. We'll cut that off. And ink it. Oh, I haven't even got my label out. Mandy. Oh, I would have purposely put that on a neutral one when I was doing it. I didn't do it to match the page. I did it to match the, oh, what are we doing? To match the prompt. I feel that needs to be roughed up around the edges. For such a simple page, it's taking forever, Mandy. I've got a bit of this was just in the top of my trolley. Maybe that could just, obviously not that long. It might just, oh, I like that. That's cute. Okay, let's just make it a bit shorter though. I've gone from one thing to another because I saw that out of the corner of my eye and went, ooh, that is very cute. I like it. I'm just going to glue that on here. I don't know why, but I just am. Do you do that when you'll be crafting away and you'll see something and you'll go, oh, that might look good. Yeah, that's cute. Okay, we need my little scupper-upper. Oh, actually, maybe that's what I'm going to do. Once again, I'm going to fussy cut this out. And these are not nice. There we go. I'm starting to get arthritis in this knuckle, and so that goes down and hurts my finger. These are the same blades. Everyone's got these. There. And I think to match, we need to give this a bit of pre-loving. So because the background is so neutral, I can actually write all over that. So I probably didn't really need to worry about the back of the tag, but I'm just going to put that maybe you can go up there. No. 1, 2, 3. That'll do. Okay, let's put you out of the way. Makes it easier to put everything down. So when I was just fussy cutting then, which I would have fast forwarded through, you would have seen, so if you're new to fussy cutting, you saw that I was moving the paper and not the scissors, like, so the scissors are just going like that, and you get a much smoother end result. And once you get that under your belt, that, sorry, going off the edge of my the edge of my bit of paper. Once you get that, learn how to cut like that, it's really it can be quite fast and efficient. So let's pop that there. And I just saw this little bit that I cut off, because if I stretch it, it'll go skinny, and you know what I'm going to do with it, don't you? I'm going to tie it into my paper clip. I like having things that poke out the side and the top of my journal. Fluff you back out. Whoops. That's the good thing about the tulle. You pull it one way and it goes all skinny, and then I can pull it this way. See, it's gone back to being flat. Looks like a little bow almost. Let me get you in there. Okay. I need to put you the other way. That way. You can go up there. Do we need anything else? Kind of needs something else, doesn't it? I know we're not supposed to. Oh, I had those for my thing, but I ended up using an eyelet, so we didn't need those. This little birdie's quite neutral. Maybe we could just poke him up there. So I'm just wetting the rice paper, and then that'll tear really easily. See? Works with napkins too, if you use napkins. How easy peasy was that? Just wondering whether no. Not that I mean, I was going to do that anyway, so that's okay, but what about that rose? That's very, because remember there was pink in the background, that's why I had the pink paint. Let's try. I ended up not using either of those on there. Because even though rice paper is quite thin, it's actually quite strong. Oh look, I think that might be what we need there, and it will be okay just poking up there. I need a little bit of ink around the edge, of course. That way, I think. Okay. That's all right. I was just wondering, you can kind of see the art glitter glue underneath there, but it's okay. I want that so that it's out the top, so when it closes, the bow actually sits out of the top of my book. Look how chunky it is already. We're only up to the 8th. Oh dear. Doesn't matter. That's when you put a tie around it and keep it bound. Okay. I just feel like it needs something more, and I haven't figured it out yet. Something more. Something more. Didn't even use the ledger paper, which is what I was going to be using. That's why I printed that rice paper out. What a wally, Mandy. Let's see, I've got those frames there. This is my actually vintage sticky tape. It's almost, that's actually sticky. Oh, that must have been together on there. That looks quite cute. I did make some, but it's probably a bit dark. Ah, found it. It looks pretty weird on here, but when you take it off, a bit better. Good morning, darling. Might put another piece up the top there. Oops. Sticky die side down would help. Right, so that now looks like that. And my tag goes on there. It could come down further, but I don't need it to. There we go. All right, I think I'm going to call that done because I don't know what else I want to do to it. It kind of, I just feel like it needs something, but I don't know what. I'll have to think on it. So I think it's because the collagey bit here needs a bit more, but it's still okay. Right, well, thank you for joining me today, and I will see you tomorrow for foliage. You have an awesome day. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.